Okay, Grant, welcome everybody. We don't have a huge turnout right now, but it's a start. Okay, it's really good to be back out here. Personally, I think we're fine as long as we stay outside. No kissing and hugging today, okay? And we should be good. So we got a whole bunch of stuff to go over, and we have a really, really interesting speaker tonight. So let's start out as we used to do always. If you would like to join me in standing and saying the Pledge of Allegiance. We need it. It's a crazy time right now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, real quick, do we have any first timers here? No first timers?
She's a first timer.
First timer?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Jeff. I got the big mouth. Okay, so what? Stand up, tell everybody who you are, where you're at.
I'm Trisha Johnson, and I'm at 8th Street and Orchid Lane.
8th Street and Orchid. Welcome. How did you find out about us?
Next door and Facebook.
Next door. Okay, outstanding, outstanding. So let's go around the block real quick. We have Chelsea Weaver here. Chelsea is our treasurer, and I didn't put it in here, but what did we just get approved for this year? 9,900 and
It's just under 10 grand.
just under $10,000. She got approved for our annual grant, which buys the trailer, the cameras, the giveaways, the pop-ups, and all that stuff. And it's a lot of work. Thanks, Chelsea. Okay, and then right here we have Mr. Billy. He's kind of the silent majority. He's like a co-captain on Ruth Avenue. And he's lucky that he gets to be my neighbor. And we're going to jump over here, his better half over there, Christina, is one of our co-secretaries, and our other one is Andy Sosbeck over there. Andy does our website primarily, and Christina's forte is our newsletter. Okay, and then I saw Deborah. Where's Debbie? Oh, there you are. You got to stand up. There's Debbie Sosa. She's a captain on
12th Street and
There you go. And okay, there's Grace. Grace is our captain over there. Where are you at, Grace?
16th Street and Northern, going north.
Did I miss anybody? Ah, there you are. You look so you know what I'm missing? I'm missing your hat. Julia usually comes with this really cool hat that's a straw hat that she puts stuff inside it, and she usually does our 50-50 drawing. So we did get a new captain, Cheryl Hallman. She is on Orchid in between 10th Street and 12th Street. Okay, we've already working some issues over there with some transients living in backyards, things like that we're getting used to. Okay, we have another young lady who is another new captain. Her name is Crystal. Crystal lives on Butler, just about halfway up the hill. Okay. What Crystal is she is going to be our Hispanic outreach coordinator. Okay. Sunnyslope is so diversified, and we have a lot of Hispanic folks that live in our neighborhood that we're not touching. Okay, so that is going to be her role. She just had a brand new baby, first one. That's why they're not here tonight. So Crystal will be getting involved here pretty shortly. Did I miss anybody else? Okay, next. What have we been doing? It's been quiet, but some of us have been really working at it hard. Okay, what we have is we have YouTube. That's what Billy does. Billy is our IT guy and our camera guy who edits all the videos, puts them on YouTube, and we put the link on our webpage. If you're not getting them through the email, because I am getting a lot of emails kicked back because we're just getting so big. Go to the website under meetings, and you see all the YouTube links. You can go watch meetings that we've done, you know, different events that have been going on. You can find it right there on YouTube. Okay, we have three primary things. Our website. Okay, if you haven't seen our website, just Google it, ESSNABW.com. Andy does a really good job on the website. It is full of information. Okay, and Facebook. Okay, if you're not on Facebook with us, you know, go ahead and check it out and join the Facebook page. And I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, I'm not a big fan of Nextdoor because everybody just argues on it. And they belittle and call people names. So what I did was I started a group on Nextdoor under groups, East Sunnyslope Neighborhood Association and Blackwatch. Okay, like I said, our boundaries are the 51 to 7th Street, Dunlap to Northern. But that doesn't necessarily mean people can't be involved from outside of that area. So if you're on Nextdoor, invite people. Because I invited people onto it, and you're only limited. You can only invite 150 people, and then they cut you off. So other people have to start inviting now. And then 2 Saturdays ago, right here at the church, us, County Supervisor Bill Gates, our Councilwoman Deborah Stark, and our State Senator Katie McGee, we teamed up. We did a blood drive here. Okay, so you guys probably saw it on Nextdoor and the emails. We were hoping to get 50 units. Okay, and I didn't think we were going to hit it. We ended up with 53. Okay, and that's huge. Right now, Arizona is in a blood crisis. Okay, and what they're doing with the blood drives now, if you have a chance to donate, especially through Vitalant, because 97% of Vitalant's blood stays in Arizona. Okay, so what they're doing is everybody that gets tested or that donates, they do an antibody test. Okay, and then after that antibody test, if you've had COVID, what they're going to try to do is get your plasma also. But that blood alone is one of the first things that they're using to fight the disease in the senior community. So if you have a chance to donate, donate. Okay. So that was a huge success. Usually I have a lot of pictures, but I'm having technical issues getting them from my phone to anything. And I know it's not a phone issue, it's a Jeff issue. Okay, and then another thing that some of us have been doing, everybody has all these census masks, okay? The U.S. Census is now over, okay? It ended the end of last month, so yesterday was the last day. What we did and what we saw was in Sunnyslope, this area is us in red, okay? That's us. We noticed this area right here, which is Dunlap to about Thunderbird, 7th Street to 19th Avenue. When we started, they were at 30%. They were at 30-point-something%. Okay, and I put 30 to 40 because that's how they rate it. They were at 30%. Okay, and so what we did was some of us teamed up with West Sunnyslope Neighborhood Association and Blackwatch to target that area. No, it's not our area, but it's still our community. Okay, so we spent every weekend at Ranch Market. We went to Mountain View Elementary School. We took I bought pop-ups. We put them on a trailer, and we went mobile. And we spent $5,000 on flyers. You guys probably saw them in the mail if you live around here. So at the end, once we got done, 30 to 40% is what this was. Okay, this whole entire area was one below this when we started. Okay, this area right here is 50 to 56%. This area here is 62 to 68%. Okay, we are at 74 to 85%. So that's why we spent so much time over there. To give an example of census, hopefully everybody took it. But it's tough right now with all this stuff going on. But here's a good way to describe what census does. For every person counted, $3,000 a year goes to that person's community for the next 10 years. Okay, so this number we're stuck with for 10 years. It is going to go to litigation. It will go to the courts. Okay, it's headed in that direction. So we ended up, through the Census Bureau, getting over $15,000 that we pumped into that area. Okay, to get out the word of census. And it made a huge improvement. Another good way to look at census is Head Start programs for the schools. You know, every penny of that comes from federal funding. Every penny of it does. And guess how that's distributed? By the census. That's how money is distributed. That's how our representation, you know, at the city, state, county, federal level, that's how many congressmen, senators, you know, it's all the census number. So hopefully everybody took it. But we spent a lot of hours on that, let me tell you what. Okay. And then next up, real quick, want to go over captains, okay? If anybody's out there, you know neighbors that want to get involved. Being a captain is kind of whatever level, you know, you choose to. We have a separate meeting every month. And the captains, we vote on everything. We talk about what we're going to do, you know, moving forward, events, money, and all that stuff. And it is going to happen. It's going to take some time, and so I will say it. We have been donated a retail space, okay, for our group. Does everybody know where the Presto Auto Loan building is at Butler and 7th Street? On the south end of that building, there used to be a small drive-through convenience store. Joe Garrett, who owns that property, has donated that to us. Okay, it's going to take some months because I got to get the electric fixed, got to do some permitting before we'll actually be able to use it. But we'll use that as an information center, an outreach center. If we're doing food drives, giving away masks, you don't even have to get out of a car. We have a drive-through window, man. It's going to be pretty cool. We'll use the middle of it for captain's meetings. It's not big enough for general meetings. And then we'll use the back of it for storage. Because we have a lot of stuff. So, okay, next up. Okay, the gated alley program. Okay. I'm going to get into this. We started this program over 2 years ago. Okay. So let me tell you where we've been, where we're at, and where we're going to go. Okay, so what these two are. Can you guys read the street names?
A little bit.
Okay, you've got 12th Street here, 10th Street. This is 8th Street. Okay, Butler and Alice. Okay, what this first slide is when the gated alley pilot program came out 2.5 years ago. That is what we were authorized to gate. Okay? And to gate that, we had to get 50% plus one of everybody that used that alley. Okay? So we had a couple of them done, you know, and because trust me, it's hard getting signatures. And then each one of these, each alley is $10,000 to gate. Okay, so that was the original what we were allowed to gate. Okay. Then what they did was they came up recently with another gated alley program. Okay, the city, the Block Watch Oversight Committee released $400,000 to gate alleys. Okay, and the ones in yellow are what District 3, our city council office, sent in to get gated. Okay? And the way it was distributed was every council district was allowed 10 alleys. That's 80 alleys. Plus the mayor's office, I think, got 10. So every council district had 10 alleys. Okay? To be included on this list, you had to meet certain criteria, which we did not meet any of it. Okay? crime being number one. Okay? We did not meet any of the criteria to be on that list. Okay? And one of the reasons is we have slowed down calling the police. Like when you see somebody in the alley, you know, we did real good for 2 years. Our calls for service were way up here. And we've slowed down now. Okay? When we see stuff going on, even if you're one of these folks that say the police never show up, eventually they do. It might take them 10 hours. But we have got to call. Kind of like the census. When it comes to things like this, calls for service is a huge number. Okay? You had to be low to moderate income. We were a bit above the moderate income threshold. Right now, this is what we have turned into the city. Okay, for gated alleys. Okay? Orchid Diana has been submitted because I gave up Diana Ruth. And some people, especially if you live here on Diana or Ruth on this side, will never get 51%. It'll never happen. Because of all these are duplexes, right? Almost every single one on Alice is a duplex. They all park back there. Yeah, so it'll never happen. Yeah, so but you're good. Yours is your alley's right here. Yeah, so you want to be in the red. Okay, and that's just round one. Out of that $400,000 that the city released, round one, funding cycle one is $200,000. Okay, so I said each council district had 10 alleys, right? There was 28 applications turned in for the whole city. For 80 possible alleys, only 28 applications were turned in. Is that a guarantee that we're going to get all these funded? No, but we've been working very hard behind the scenes to ensure that these are all going to get funded, and I am very confident that it will.
Did we get all the signatures needed?
Okay. Yes, we did. Round two, we will work on this alley, and this alley for round two. Okay, round two will be more competitive than round one. Okay, I promise you. But it's been a struggle. Lately we've had, there's two different programs, and even internally in the city, you know, it's a government agency, so sometimes communication isn't the greatest. We've had a lot of fights going back and forth between the city. Okay, people are saying things and doing things that just shouldn't have happened. Okay, like recently we've had people out leaving business cards, knocking on doors. That has stopped. That will not happen anymore. Okay, will not happen. Okay, so if anybody talks about the gated alley thing, you got to do one of two things: call me or call Krista. Okay, because we put in a ton of work on this, and I'm really comfortable that we're going to get all of these. Because if you do, you know, say we do these two alleys, and then we do two alleys over here and two alleys over there, you're never gonna get in a year or two any solid crime statistics showing a difference. You have to have a good block of alleys. Okay, which is one of our big reasons why I'm pretty comfortable we're going to get funded. Okay, and these will be they'll be installed by the end of the year. Okay, so these are coming pretty quick. So it's kind of over right now. It's done with. Now what they're doing is they're grading the alleys. They have to grade each one of them, and then we have to go get through the oversight committee. Okay, but technically we're only guaranteed 2 alleys. That's it. You know, because Councilwoman Stark had to, she couldn't give us all 10 alleys or half of them. She has to spread it out throughout the district. She has to be fair. So, but we're only guaranteed 2. But I'm pretty confident we're going to get all of those. Okay. So just be a little bit more patient, and I think we're going to see gates by the end of the year. I know we're going to. How many? We will let you know as soon as we know.
anybody, I mean, I know there's a couple people here that have already signed. If you live in that area and you know your neighbors, have them contact us at Next Door or through the website. We're close on it.
Yeah, we'll come get your signature.
Yeah, I'll come to your door, no problem.
Okay, and let's see. We got what do we got up next? Okay, PD. Okay, does everybody know what a community actions officer is? They're the police officers that work directly with us. They don't go out on patrol. They don't investigate crimes and all that stuff. They work directly with us. Okay, we had Matt Morgan. Hopefully everybody met Matt. We had him for a short time. And Mario Lazoya. They're partners in our area. Our area is 62 area. So Matt Morgan he's been on the bike squad for years and years, and then he went to be a CAO. Okay, so he is going up to 63 area, which is up north, still in our precinct, up north with Mario Lazoya. So our CAOs now are going to be Ashley Hale. I don't know if you guys follow Next Door, but you'll see Ashley Hale on there. Or if you're signed up with Desert Horizon, their newsletter and email blast, you hear from Ashley. I know Ashley well. She's going to do us absolutely fantastic. And her new partner that is going to replace Mario is brand new CAO. I can't remember, her first name's Maria. She's a Hispanic young lady and she is going to primarily do like Mario did, work over in the West Sunnyslope area. Okay, and Mario over there being Hispanic, with it being predominantly Hispanic over there was absolutely great. I think now though that Maria is over there, bringing a little bit more sense of calm down, difference between men and women. I think she's going to do real well. So it's not a bad change at all. It's a change, but not a bad one. And then everybody said they wanted some statistics. So there's some statistics. This is for the first 6 months of 2019 versus 2020. Okay. Really, basically the one that gets us the most is residential burglary. 17 versus 12. Okay. The next 6 months, when we do it the first of the year or later in December, you're going to see 2019 go way up. Okay. So this is only the first 6 months of the year. Is there anything out there that you guys want that is not on here?
What are the cross streets for those? What are the cross streets for those statistics?
It's our boundaries. The 51 to 7th Street, Dunlap to Northern. Okay. Burglaries from motor vehicle. Obviously pretty much we've gone down in everything. And a lot of that is because of COVID. Residential burglaries. Okay, we had a rash of them in between for October, November, December last year. A rash of them. I think 19 in that time frame. They were all, except one, they were all during the day, during the week, when everybody was at work. Well, there's a lot more people home now. That's why the numbers are have dropped. Okay, if you see something that's not right, call Crime Stop. Call 911. Get that dot on the map. So if there's anything that you would like to see different than on here, we can get them. Just let me know, shoot us an email, and we'll add them on, okay? If we want to do them every month, we'll do them every month. It doesn't matter to me what everybody wants. Any questions on the crime? Yes? I got to go closer, I can't hear. Drug use. Okay, you know what drug use is? For the first 6 months, drug use was 0. Okay, because when the police, when they get their crimes, when they get drug arrests, almost every single time it's for something else. Okay, that's not what the arrest was for. Usually drug offenses are underlying. Okay, and what we can see is just that initial report. Okay, Now there is some instances that, like last year, we were very involved right here at 11th Street in Dunlap on the northwest corner. That house that was there, it was a drug house. Okay, because of us, we let the right people know because of who we are and the communication we have. They watched it for a couple weeks, and they not only busted everybody in that house, but they got 2 more houses out of it. But what did that start from? That started from a neighbor going, "That's not right," and letting somebody know. So if you see something that doesn't make sense, let somebody know. You know, we have so many resources out there when it comes to crime, and so many people that want to work with us and make it better for us. It's easy, but if they don't know, they can't do anything. So, but if you want something different, let me know. Okay, and next up, our surprise, not surprise guest speaker. We have contacts with the city, you know, and we are really deeply ingrained with the city. One of the things that I think we have kind of fallen back on and not paid attention to is the county. Okay, Maricopa County has so many resources, and so I've asked Supervisor Gates to come here today and talk to us for a little while about what the county has to offer. Okay, Supervisor Gates was welcome, sir. Did your meeting go good?
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
It did.
No, Supervisor Gates was he was our councilman right when we started this block watch in 2016, and that's when you went up and went to run for county supervisor. So you know the county has so much stuff. Real quick story: I had a ton of mosquitoes in my backyard. Looked over the fence, and there's a pool. So you know the city would have taken them like 6 months to do anything. So I called County Environmental Services. The next day they were out there. But they didn't come out there and start fining people and all that. They educated the neighbors. They treated their pool. They taught them what to do. And they called me back and said, if you have any more problems, let us know. I'm like, wow. So we'd really like to hear what you have to say, Supervisor.
Perfect. All right. Well, Jeff, thanks so much. I'll go ahead and take this off because it's going to be hard for you guys to hear me with the mask on. Hey, thanks for dialing up the great weather. Oh, you have a... Okay.
We record.
Oh, cool.
But if you say something you want to take back, I can do that. so be
Hot
free.
mic.
Feel free.
Hot mic. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
You hear me? Okay, perfect. All right, so yeah, thanks for coming out. And Jeff, thanks for ordering up this nice weather.
Just for you, Bill.
My goodness, this is the way to do it, right? I mean, it absolute right. This is perfect. This is why we live here. We've put up with one heck of a summer, right? And so it's about time that we get some nice weather here. Look, I just want to say to all you guys here, congratulations. This is a great group. Like Jeff said, I was on the city council from 09 through 16. So just when I was headed out was when you guys took off as a group. And Jeff and all you guys do an amazing job. You've done so many things. I don't know when that was. Was that a couple of years ago when we worked together over here on the Wash area? You know, because we've got flood control property over here in Sunnyslope. Cleaned that up, so thanks for partnering with us. You're so lucky to have Deb Stark as your councilwoman. I've known Deb for years. When I was over on the city council, she was the planning director. So Deb and I have one another on speed dial, as well as Kate Brophy McGee. The three of us are all on speed dial, and I'm really, you know, fortunate for that. But when you've got the state, you've got the county, and you've got the city resources working together, that's good for all of us. Because maybe I can't, somebody comes to me, we don't really deal with something at the county, I'm like, that's a city issue, call up Deb. That's a state issue, call up Kate Brophy McGee. That's the way it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work that way, but we're very fortunate. And one of the reasons I think that it works that way is we all love Sunnyslope. We recognize what a unique place it is. I love the fact that I represent an area in the Phoenix area, literally in the city of Phoenix, that has a historical society. I mean, that's still, I think that's just amazing. But it speaks to the area. So, you know, everybody, to Jeff's point, like, everybody kind of knows what the city does, right? They know what a mayor is, they know what a city council is, they kind of get it. It makes sense, right? We've grown up with those concepts. You have the police and fire department and, you know, libraries, parks, and all that. The county is kind of unusual because we're kind of like we're like a Walmart or something, you know? We're just kind of in these different lines of business. It doesn't totally make sense that we're in the lines of business that we're in, but we are. And we've got a lot of stuff under our umbrella. And, you know, Jeff mentions kind of an interesting one, maybe you wouldn't think of right away, but the environmental services of things. It's very important, not only coming in with mosquitoes, so one, if you've got a green pool, or when the mosquitoes start to pick up, I love it. So yeah, we've got environmental services, not just in the pools, but also going into the restaurants. So you see the reports on like this, you know, this restaurant got an A or B, C for cleanliness. We've got all that under our roof. Animal care and control, that's a big one, right? Operate the shelter down in South Phoenix, and you know, for folks, we've always got great animals to adopt out. Yeah, COVID, exactly. COVID testing, which falls under the umbrella of public health. So that's Maricopa County. So the city of Phoenix, 5th largest city in the country, Mayor Kate Gallego has been on many, many national broadcasts, right? Talking about COVID-19. Do you guys know how many epidemiologists, how many doctors are on staff at the city of Phoenix? Zero. And I don't say that as a knock on the mayor at all. She's done a great job of getting up to speed, but there's none. And the answer is the same for the city of Mesa, city of Buckeye, city of Glendale. All those folks are housed within Maricopa County. And I actually I'm the Board of Supervisors representative on the Board of Health. So I was already paying close attention to these issues. But honestly, before this, we were more looking at things like Zika, right? Remember Zika? West Nile virus, sexually transmitted diseases. Those were kind of the focus, right? Vaccinations for kids. But now, all that, of course, plays second fiddle to COVID-19. So, just so you guys know, as far as what we're doing on the Board of Supervisors, we have since March, every morning, 8:30 in the morning. In the beginning, it was 7 days a week. Now we've gone down to 5 days a week. 5 days a week, 8:30 in the morning, we are on the phone with our head of public health. We have the chairman of the board and another representative from the Board of Supervisors, county manager, emergency management. Every single day, we're watching what's going on with the testing, what's going on with the deaths, what's going on with the hospitalizations, ICUs. We're coordinating with the cities, we're coordinating with the state, we're coordinating with the feds. So just know that focus is there. We're all laser focused on it. We're thinking about it. We're talking about it every day. Couple things on that. One is the health side of it. As you guys all remember, in June and July, we were spiking to the point that we were one of the hottest hotspots in the world, right? Wasn't that long ago. We all remember that. And we had taken several actions as a board, but at that time, the public health epidemiologists and doctors came to us and they said, this is out of control. COVID-19 is spreading like wildfire. You need to put a mask mandate into place. And so that was not popular with some people, but we did that. And even though many of the cities stepped up, like the city of Phoenix, we were told and we believed that we needed to have that mask mandate throughout the county to make it work. So we can debate over whether or not it's worked, the experts think that it has. They think that it's one of the elements that's brought COVID-19 cases down. You know, now the question is, where do we go from here into the future? Cases have gotten better, but for me, for one, I'm just one of 5 votes. I look at the flu season coming. I look at the schools starting to reopen and the businesses starting to reopen. And personally, I don't feel that it's time yet to remove the mask mandate. But I want you guys, I want you guys all to know that we're monitoring this very closely. We're not going to have to wear these masks forever, okay? We're not. This is a once in a century, we hope, pandemic that we're dealing with here. But we need to continue to listen to the experts and get through to the end. So anyway, that's the public health side. The other side is the economic side. And we know there's a lot of people hurting in this county and in this city because of COVID-19, because of the closures, all of the sacrifices we've been asked to make as individuals, the sacrifices that businesses have had to make by closing their doors, limiting the number of people there. And we want to help. And so we're very fortunate that here in Maricopa County we received $400 million in CARES Act funding. So this is from the federal government. And we're putting that money to work now. We are making available $63 million in funding for our small businesses, okay? Because we know they're the ones that are teetering on the edge. So we're getting that money into their hands. We've got that focus. But it's more than that. It's also people who are right on the edge of losing their homes, right? And we know some of those people are here in Sunnyslope. So we've set aside $36 million. And I know the city has set aside additional funds. We do not want people to become homeless at all, and we know that's a challenge here in Sunnyslope, but we definitely don't want them to become homeless and their families to become homeless because of COVID-19. So we're very much focused on that. So we're also helping with utility assistance. We're giving support to food banks like Desert Mission because we know there are needs like we've never seen before. So we're getting that money into people's hands. But again, this is a public health emergency, and so we have about 200 million of that set aside to continue to do testing, expand the testing, to do the contact tracing that you probably all heard about, and to work with the schools too. We're partnering with the schools because we want those kids who want to go back to school to be able to, but they need to feel safe. We're getting them PPE for the kids. Yesterday I went and delivered some masks with Supervisor Gallardo to the Creighton School District. We're partnered with Madison School District, partnered with many others in the area. So there's so many pieces to this, but please know that we're focused on this. We've got to spend this money by the end of the year, okay? That's the way the CARES Act funding works. So we're getting it into the hands of the people who need it. But having said that, we have our own budget process. And once COVID hit, we were worried about the impact that this was going to have on our budgets. So we went back to all our departments and we said, you guys need to cut another 2% out of your budget. Because we were committed, we didn't want to raise your property tax rates. We thought that'd be the last thing that people would need right now as we're going into this emergency. So we said, find the cuts, and they did that. The departments have found the cuts, so we're able to balance our budget without raising the property tax rate. So that's something that's very, very important to us. But again, in the end, this group here is about helping this community, about keeping this community safe and improving it, right? And I feel passionately about that. Again, as a councilman, I loved representing Sunnyslope, and I feel the same way as the county supervisor. Jeff does a great job of reaching out where we can help at the county level, where we can partner with the city. Maybe there's a little pot of funds that the county has that the city doesn't, or vice versa, where we can help you guys. So please, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Jeff knows how to get a hold of me. You can contact me. I'm on social media. I'm on, the web. at maricopa.gov/district3. Reach out and however we can help you. In this area, as you guys know, we've got a lot of beautiful mountains, and they're great to look at. But we also know that when it rains, it does still do that here, right? So,
Hoping it will.
yeah. So the next time it rains hard, you guys know what's going to happen, right? The water's going to come off those mountains. I've seen it, just like you guys have. We have some bad floods here in Sunnyslope. So we've worked on many projects over the years to make Sunnyslope safer, because the flood control district, that's Maricopa County runs that, okay? So we're the ones who build all the big levees and everything like that. But we partner with the city. We partnered with the city on flood projects. So if you guys are having issues, you're like, every time it rains, there's a flood on this street, on this intersection, reach out to us, because we do have these funds, and we can do small projects, partner with the city and others to get that done, because we want people to be safe, and we want the rain to come back. We know that it will at some point. Yes?
I don't know who I would talk to.
Yeah, so again, if everyone didn't hear, so this is issues in the preserve, right? Who to contact, both homeless people in the preserve, or maybe construction project next to it where it looks like they're disturbing the preserve. I'm guessing, Jeff, probably, where do you kind of direct your group as it relates to homeless activity? I want to make sure that...
Phoenix Cares, District 3, and the Community Actions Officers. Between the three of them, they work it relatively well. And I just got to remember, though, it's not a crime to be homeless.
I understand. But I see.
Yeah, but
things going on
those three entities work very well.
Okay.
But as far as disturbances in the mountain preserve, I mean, and I'm talking like construction.
Yeah.
This is an amazing legacy that we received from the forefathers and foremothers of the city of Phoenix, right? So that's something that we need to protect. And so if you see those things, call them. Feel free to call me too, because once you mess it up, it's messed up forever, right?
I agree.
And this is incredible that we have these preserves. It's one of the reasons why we live just on the other side of the mountains there. That's one of the reasons we ended up here, was to be close to the preserve. So the exciting thing is, as you move north, both into farther North Phoenix and then into unincorporated Maricopa County north of that, like New River and Desert Hills, we're continuing to work to set aside more preserve land, right? Because once it gets built on, it's gone, right? And so that's something that I've been committed to, and many people, who are in local government feel the same way. It's such a unique thing we do. We're really lucky. Any other questions? Well, I got to tell you, I've given quite a few speeches since 2009 when I got appointed to city council, and I think this was the first one interrupted by sprinklers.
Sunnyslope again.
Exactly, but look at this, the resilience, and thank you so much. Thanks for that. But seriously, guys, anything you need, Jeff knows this, please reach out to me, and thank you for what you guys do here.
And another thing, there's so many county departments that we don't know about that we need to touch. We're going to start clicking Slope Fest up again this month, getting ready for April with Plan A and Plan B. And I'm going to try to talk with you in the future.
Please do.
About who do we need to get at that from the county. Because we miss out a lot. We really do. We really do. And hey, remember, call Supervisor Gates. He doesn't bite, he works for us.
Absolutely.
Sir,
Thanks so much. I will give you this back. Thank you so much.
And we will see you again.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Look forward to it. Have a great
Thank you,
evening,
Supervisor.
everybody. Thanks a lot.
Now, next up, real quick, from Neighborhood Services in Crystal Roy, there's these 2 flyers up here on the table. Everybody, please take one of each of those. Okay, this is what I was talking to you a little bit about, Fred. Okay, there is so much federal money that has been pumped into cities, states, and counties on COVID. Okay, there's still a whole bunch of it left out there. Okay, these are two plans. One is home repairs in Phoenix. Okay, another one that they're calling this is a shelter in place grant. These are grants. You don't have to pay them back. Okay, and if you know somebody who is retired, who has lost their job, or who had to scale back their hours, you know, and like you can get new windows, you can get new appliances on the shelter in place to make it safer for you to shelter in your home. And I'm telling you, there's millions and millions of dollars out there. Okay, then the second one is, I grabbed both. Let me get the other one. Okay, the assistance relief. Okay, you can get grant money out of this one for electric bills, water bills, and they'll give you up to $3,000 on mortgage and rent assistance. Okay, so all the information you need is right on here. Make the call, go to one of the partners, because it doesn't directly go to the city of Phoenix because this is a federal grant, so the city cannot manage it. So what they do is the city contracts nonprofit organizations to manage the funds. So you have to get the information from and apply through one of the nonprofit organizations that's on a list. But check this stuff out. There's so much of it out there. One of them, I don't remember which one, they have more than 50% of that grant money still available.
Small business.
No, this isn't either one of them. That's a third one that that we're working on, individual businesses around here, trying to get them to sign up for. I can't remember which one of these. I think it's the assistance relief one, but don't quote me on that. So grab these and check into them, sign up for them. Okay, and then everybody, don't forget our sponsors. You know, we have Bays Auto there on 7th Street, 3A Automotive and Diesel. Nadine was here. She's a really good partner. Brought these cute little fans. We have Home Arizona with Patrick Harvey, real estate company. He's one of our members and he helps us out a lot. North Mountain Brewery there on Dunlap, just west of 7th Street, and the Armored Mini Storage Warehouses. Okay, these guys help us out a lot. You know, it's not free to be a sponsor. They either give us money, which we have not been asking for since this COVID thing started, because these are all small business people, and we don't want to hurt them in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so try to keep our sponsors in mind. So, has anybody got any questions? Anything they want to throw out? Anything we can do different, better? You'd like to see, or what have you? What they are is they're on a hill, and they're having issues with neighbors and transients, and they have 2 young daughters, and they're worried about them, so they just would like to go up a little bit more to get some privacy for their kids, and it's probably doable. So, okay, who's got? We got.
Wait, one more question. Sorry. The speed bumps on Butler. Any movement on that? Because they just get faster and faster.
I'll check and let you know, because we should be like right there, like almost, I would think, any day for the speed study. Because like I said, I didn't cancel it, but I postponed it when COVID started, because there was no traffic. It was literally during a shutdown when they were going to come out and put up the speed study.
Good point.
So when they do it, I'm not telling you to speed down Butler.
But let us know.
I'm speeding down Butler.
Isn't it up to like the neighbors that have to pay
The
for
temporary
it?
calming devices on Hatcher and 7th, between Cave Creek and 12th Street on Hatcher.
Yeah.
Those temporary
Yeah.
calming devices
Yep.
that have been there since I moved here 40
And
years
they'll
ago.
probably be there until we are no longer here. But there's a lot of other things that we're working on outside of just the speed humps, because speed humps are very hard to get people to agree to them. Very hard. But we're looking at a roundabout. I know some people like them, some people don't.
No.
I lived 3 years in Italy. Every corner was a roundabout, and they work great once you get used to them. We're looking at signage. We're looking at, you know how the police will put the trailer, or you go by the school and you see your sign that says you're going 35 mile an hour, whatever. We're looking at one of those on each side, you know, at 10th Street. You know, there's a lot of different things that we're looking at. So, but I'll look, because that has kind of slipped in the back. Thank you. So.
One last question. Has anybody had any increased burglaries or trespassing, kind of anything increased in the last couple months that you guys have noticed? Okay, so both of us live at the end of Dunlap, and Debbie had a really scary incident happen just last week. I don't know if you guys saw it on Nextdoor or not. They actually turned off her electricity to her house, blacked her out, and then broke into her vehicle like right at like in the middle of the night. Yeah, we're at the end of Dunlap, and we are both very isolated there. And then 2 nights later, we had a very unusual incident where the man walked all the way up our hill and was telling us that we had his family and that he knew his family was there, and then asked my husband, when my husband went out and said, "You're trespassing," he then asked my husband, "Well, what, do you have a gun?" Which then frightened my husband because he kept coming and he did stop. So we've had 2 of those instances last week, and we've seen a significant increase in transient traffic going on somewhere in this area. So I'm just wondering if any of you guys have, and I just wanted to alert you because those happened back to back just this past week.
I have seen more in Palma Park.
Yeah,
But Palma Park, which is right here, if they come and they come, they're back again. We'll work on them in 3 weeks. They'll be gone again.
I did talk to the new neighborhood action officer, and she kind of alerted me that something happened up at like 19th
How's your lighting
Street.
up there?
What's that?
How's your lighting?
Oh, we have lots of lighting now that 1431 East Dunlap has bright like lights all over the place.
Well, yeah, true that.
Yeah,
So, and you are calling every time, right?
We are calling every time. I just wanted to alert you guys because I didn't know if it was just us.
I had a guy walk up to me bring our cars into my car.
Like, maybe they're all sick or they died or
Jeff,
something.
that's why you ran the statistics for the...
Yeah.
But we did
call, but they ran down the street.
The guy that broke into mine actually did get caught. That was the other scary thing. I turned on all my outside lights when my dog alerted me, and thinking that would kind of scare him away. And then he turned my power off. At the panel, he turned the entire panel off. And then kept doing what he was doing. He did get caught, which is great, but it didn't slow him down a bit.
You got a dog?
I do.
What did they do?
I got a shotgun.
If they have open
I don't have one of those.
maybe they jumped over a fence.
Deb, what do you got?
Oh, because that's when you ran the statistics, but that was a couple of weeks ago or this week. They gave you those statistics.
No,
Showed us.
The coyotes.
Monday.
Oh, Monday.
Well, they
Yeah,
can.
Monday. But that was for, you know, the last 6 months.
Yeah,
But I'll probably do it per quarter
yeah.
and then per year is what I would like to do. I work security. I love statistics. So, okay, we got 3 things to give away. We've got free oil change donated by 3A Automotive and Nadine. We have it's cool, and it's actually pretty nice. First aid kit and a set of emergency jumper cables sewn in your car. I'll probably need mine tonight. My starter's going out, they said. Okay, so, wait a minute, you're throwing them on the ground, Andrea.
Well, I guess that's one.
Hey.
Cheater.
Okay. There you go, that's one.
7624. Last 4 digits. You got it?
Okay, so you get to pick one of those 3. One of those 3, good job.
All right. Well, I don't know if I'm going to take the cables because you might not.
Our future mayor, man.
I
As
hope
long as
so.
you could just hang out
Yeah,
long
I
enough
see
to
all
help
over
them.
Facebook and stuff.
I'll help. I'm going to take these, the jumper
All right,
cables.
There
since
you
you
go.
won,
Thank you so much.
you get to take.
All right.
All right, 7640. Fred.
Oh.
Oh.
7640. Oh,
Got it.
Alright.
Oh, sorry.
We'll pick out whatever
And
you
hey,
need
under
there.
the table here, guys, there's masks, okay? Blue ones and white ones. The white ones are kids' masks. These are like the one I got on, census masks. But we got thousands of them. If you don't want the census, turn it inside out. But grab some under there, help yourself.
Oh, Miss
I
Sensei,
have
here. I'm
thousands
gonna have
and
you
thousands
choose
of
the
masks.
next one.
And the white ones are actually really fit the kids real good.
Big winner. The
All right,
Okay, so
this
now for the
is
oil change.
7627.
That's me.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you are lucky.
You know, everybody's got their second ticket, right?
Here. Oh, that was just one, but we're done, right?
Yeah, you
So
keep
hang
the other one.
7627. I will take this. You get the oil change over there. Hang on to this.
This is the one Fred's
Grab
been
that
waiting
sheet.
for. $50. Yeah, well, it's for, you
Here,
know,
Carol, you get
the
to pull
first
the
we
next
get, we're
one.
starting to get back into this outside.
Oh,
And probably the next one we'll probably be at Palmer Park at the end of the month.
thank you.
You know, so there, I'll put out, you know, bring a chair, because I'm not gonna carry all these chairs over there. But we'll probably do it at Palmer Park, you know. Or here, but not over there.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Sorry to interrupt you. I know it's on. Are you doing anything for Halloween?
Oh, Halloween.
Wait, let's see who won.
Okay. Listen, we all have our own thoughts on all this stuff going on. But I will say this: there's going to be 2 houses on Ruth that are going to be in between 8th and 10th that are going to be screaming, playing movies, and giving candy out. Because like me, I honestly think though that I can do it, and we'll be behind 2 tables, you know, so we'll be able to
Between 10th and 12th then.
do what?
You said 8th to 10th. I think you mean between 10th and 12th.
10th, what did I say, 8th and 10th?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 10th and 12th.
There's 15 people
Um,
lined up.
And right here in the church, the church is doing a trunk or treat. Okay, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but they're gonna do a trunk or treat here. Me, I'm like, get out there, you know. Get out in your front yards, you know, just make some noise and holler at people. Because, you know, you can, if you get bags of candy and you put gloves on and you don't ever, you know, touch anything else with gloves, it could be perfectly safe. Okay?
We're gonna put things on, like on a table at the end of the driveway, like little bags for, you know, a couple pieces of candy in a bag, and then they each can take one, and then.
Are you going to stay out?
But stay out there to make sure one kid does, 2 kids don't take all of them. You know, that's our plan.
Yeah, well, I saw one idea that I'm gonna do that's really fun. I'm gonna have one of my kids sit on the roof. And I'm gonna glue PVC pipes together. I'm gonna have a target, so they can put their bag under the target and slide a couple pieces of candy down his big lawn.
Well, that's pretty good.
I think that's what I'm gonna
Something like that.
All right, are we ready?
Okay, $50.
7637.
Oh God, you know what? That's me, but I don't think that's fair if I get it, because I'm like, oh, another.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
You got the number.
You got the number?
Well,
You win. Good job, Billy.
Oh, okay, thanks.
It's about time we can pay you for doing all this work.
Well,
Your wife went home. Don't tell her.
I know. I just feel bad. You know.
You got a date night.
Oh no.
Congratulations,
I'll
Bill.
babysit.
All right, that means Christina just made $50.
Yeah.
At least 25.
Because just like in my house, it's the same way there. What's hers is hers, and what's mine is hers. And that works out just fine. So that's it for this month. It was kind of an abbreviated one. I'm glad to see everybody out. There's actually more people than I thought would come. We'll do better next month because I'm having a problem with the emails being sent back because our Gmail is so big. So we're gonna work on getting that fixed so we can get out there more. Facebook, Nextdoor, and ESSNABW.com. Don't be afraid to shoot an email, shoot a call. Let us know.
Register to vote if you have it.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
October 5th is the
You know,
deadline.
crazy, whatever side of the fence you're on or in the middle or wherever the heck you're at, if you don't vote, you can't speak. You gotta vote. Vote, vote, vote.
Yes.